putting the fight in faster than light. Welcome to Cosmopunk.
Engines of Hatred, a homebrew Starfinder story featuring the crew of the Leica 7.
I am Pan, and I play Baphomet, Kobold Android Mystic, and Captain Leica 7. If found, please return to Leica 7, care of Ryder Maxim.
I'm RJ, I play V, Vest Mechanic, and Fly Guy, their drone. V's the ship's original designer, / mechanic, / warranty, / best with duct tape.
I'm Cypher, and I play Ryder, a stealthy operative Yosaki Otter. I'm also the pilot of the Leica 7.
I'm Ty, and I play Radar, a cyborg mechanic coyote and a bundle of nervous energy, also the weapons officer of the Leica 7. But for this campaign, I'll be the GM. After a brief test flight, the crew of the Leica 7 returned to Outpost Z in order to glean more about the explosive device found in their ship. Following a series of tangents, the crew now find themselves in possession of a bar, with the establishment's previous owner gleefully fleeing the scene, never to be heard from again. The crew are now left with a rather large mess to clean up. Part 3. Stowaway. Okay guys, so you're now left with a bunch of dead Dralic picklemen strewn all over the floor in various pieces. What are you going to do with them? With your pile of corpses? With your corpse pile?
Well, we should probably put them into some sort of corner and report it to some level of authority.
Well, so make a perception roll.
Okay.
Anyone.
I'll do it. 16 on the dice plus 13.
29. Yeah, so you're not familiar with this part of the station very much, but you did see that there's one of those old school, trash things just outside and down the corridor a little bit.
Ah.
Yeah.
I seem to recall seeing some kind of garbage chute outside the bar. Take a left. Might want to
sweep them a long way then.
Well, I can't carry them. I'm too small. You're gonna have to do it.
Fine. They don't have skulls anyway. You just start sweeping them out the door.
No.
It's probably easier if you actually pick them up by their clothes, which still contain bits of them generally.
Put them in a trash bag first. I don't want to get pickle juice on the floor.
Actually, you know what? Is there a rug in here?
No, but there are some bin liners under the bar.
Mafia style.
Yeah.
To roll them up in a rug.
Just start shoving them into some bin bags. So, well,
Perfect.
that'll do. Carry them out to the trash. Our murder scene is now just an ordinary crime scene.
Yeah.
Red's going to look for some Febreze behind the bar.
There's not a Febreze. There is out back, however, a mop and bucket. You know, like those plastic yellow one on the wheels.
Okay, Ryder's going to do some mopping.
The mop is bigger than her.
So? Her sword's bigger than her.
Is it?
Fair point. Well presented.
I suppose we should probably make a plan for how we're going to infiltrate Kalaedian Nebula and steal as a warhead.
Okay, well, it's a big warhead, size of the cargo hold.
It doesn't seem conducive to
We've
easy
got that flap in the cargo bay, the one that lowers the floor down.
We do.
Wonder if we can utilise that.
As a staff,
So anyone that's got
require us to be directly over it, I guess.
Well, if they've got it, they'll probably have some way of loading it. There'll be some kind of loading mechanism or machinery. We shouldn't have too much trouble getting it out. It's just not getting caught.
You sure that's not a bit of an assumption, Bath?
Well, of course. But you know what? Maybe I can... Give me a second. But do you want to see if there's, if she could, maybe figure out if she knows anybody who might know something? Or maybe they could find, anybody who has a connection?
Someone with knowledge of...
Roll for it and tell me the result.
Yeah. What am I adding? Just culture?
It's culture.
Yeah, okay, never mind, it's 10. That was a nat 1.
Ooh.
Well, the thing is, guys, the Kalaedian Nebula, it's like, you're in the lawless space now, this is the lawless space of lawless space. Nobody really goes there or comes out of it. Traffic in and out is heavily monitored by Ark and Beta.
Okay.
So it's his little insular empire, but it does expand every so often. It takes a planet, and that will become insular. And they just do that.
They must require cargo deliveries or food, weapons shipments, stuff like that.
Maybe we should try and get in closer, and maybe we should try and get nearby and like see what we can do some recon.
Do a recon
I
scan.
mean, the easiest thing would be to get some info about the place and see if we can just get ourselves invited there.
Yeah, going undercover. That might be safer.
Have something he wants, bring it to him. That's the cover for being there.
This guy's a warlord. He's built himself a little space empire based on one piece of ancient weaponry that he has. One insurance policy. What if we had some ancient weaponry that we'd found, and we were willing to sell it to him? 2 insurance policies are better than 1.
That said, even B2 said they didn't know where it came from. This is ancient tech. He's going to want to know where we got it, and we don't even know where he got his.
And what's the last warhead we got?
We haven't got a warhead. Do we have a warhead now?
No!
We can make
What
one.
was the last dangerous, mysterious?
The most dangerous thing we have is actually the robot.
V,
Go on.
can you make a dud warhead out of scrap?
Potentially. I mean,
We'd need
What
to
do you
know.
mean by
We need
that?
to
You
know
just need to
anything
get-
about the warhead he's got, though. Like, there'd be no point saying we've got another warhead and it's like not even the right shape or size or color. We don't know what he's got.
make a box with flashing lights.
V,
Go on.
roll a d20 and add your intelligence bonus for me.
That is 21.
Alright, so you're thinking, like, you know, make a fake warhead. I don't know what this warhead looks like. I couldn't really make anything look like it. But you sort of put it to the back of your mind in the conversation, but the shipping goes into this nation and comes out of it. It's monitored, yes, but there'd have to be, like, shipping manifests, because it seems to be vaguely legit. Maybe you could find those.
Who do we know that's been there before?
No one.
It's right on the edge of space. I don't think we'd know anyone that's been there. Very few people go there and come back to tell the tale. It's one of those sort of places.
Which must get some terrible TripAdvisor reviews, but...
And also that makes no
No.
sense, because then no one will be around to tell the stories.
So, where can we get our hands on a manifest for a ship that's been somewhere we've never been?
Ryder, make a culture roll.
You sure that wouldn't be a spaceship's role?
You're not flying the vessel. I think it's more sort of knowledge of the logistics of a spaceship rather than actually piloting it.
If it's culture roll, shouldn't Bath handle
Yeah, I was going to say...
It's not relevant to her culture.
Okay, but I don't have any culture role, but I do have a profession in starships.
Do a profession roll then.
Okay.
Not piloting, profession.
Yes. 21.
Right, yeah, that's good enough. Well, you know where the Kalaedian Nebula is on a map.
Mm-hmm.
And you can call it up on your little data pad now. Everyone's got a galaxy map. So, there it is. There's a couple of planets immediately around the vicinity of it, and what actually looks like a bit of territory that hasn't been conquered. And you can call up the shipping manifests for, because it's all public knowledge, you can call up the shipping manifests for the vessels around that area, and you're looking at it, and the territory that hasn't been conquered, it looks like the Empire's gone around them. There's a lot of trade between those two places.
So,
I
maybe
second
some
your-
neutral party living there.
Yeah. Or someone so dangerous even warlords want to mess with them. Could be worth a look.
Yeah, we
I
could
mean-
take a goosey there. I don't see any harm in it.
What's charted as being there?
So the way it seems to work, on further investigation, it looks like basically a load of these other planets are sending their ships to this one planet and then into the Empire. Like, that's the only shipping route. And the rally point seems to be a planet called Goal 3 in the Goal system, because people are very imaginative.
Okay, so we know that this warlord, this Archon Beta guy, is going to be somewhere near Poseidon 4, I believe was the planet. But this Goal 3 place seems to have the most traffic. Why don't we go there, have a look around, have a poke around in the shipping manifest, and see if we can find something that was the same size, weight, and danger level as a planet-destroying warhead.
Could be worth a shout.
Same danger level as a planet-destroying warhead.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be a lot of security around something like that. I wouldn't want something that big to go missing.
Okay, I'm in.
Right, alright then.
We need someone to look after the bar while we're away.
You know
Or
what?
we're going to leave the robot in charge.
Baffy, I think
Yeah.
it might be time to leave the robot in the bar.
Yeah, Beth goes, I've got just this thing, and she toddles off, leaving you guys in the bar to carry on cleaning. Not that you actually were cleaning much.
Ryder was sort of half-heartedly doing some mopping.
But you just put all the bodies in a corner. That's not really cleaning.
No, I didn't. I took him out to the garbage chute. Literally took.
Smash cut to a garbage chute just jammed full of dead bodies and legs hanging out.
Yeah, literally, there's like a leg sticking out a hand.
Yeah,
do you want to continue then, or do you want to keep looking at this manifest sort of thing?
I'll keep looking up at the manifest. So goal 3 is where the most traffic happens, right?
It's
like the central trade hub for this area that the guy doesn't.
make a what's better, professional computers for you?
Computers.
Make a computers roll.
Okay. That is a 2 plus 11.
Well, you try and investigate a little bit further, and the general, basically, Space Google security protocols won't allow you any further. But you didn't really try.
Okay. I can't find anything more on this sector. Do you want to have a go, V?
I can do. I can get the old data pad out. 12 plus 10, so 22.
Alright, well you can see Ryder's like struggling with some very, very basic security protocols. And you, being big engineering Vesk, just sort of literally lean over and just push a button, and suddenly, Ryder, you're in.
Oh yeah, I always forget you have to do that. Okay.
Press the hat key.
Yeah.
So, you're in, and the pair of you are reading the screen. And it seems like what's actually happening is a lot of the ship's captains are fudging their manifests, saying they're going from other planets around this area, when they're all actually going via Goal 3. So,
there's some smuggling going on.
Yeah, basically. It seems that the rumour is that you can get into the Kalaedian Empire through multiple means is a lie. All the people who actually know go through Goal 3. And you think that's probably how they catch people. It wouldn't make sense to fly in bold as brass and just pretend to be something else, because the Leica is clearly not that. She's very, very sleek looking and has some very, very obvious stealth elements to her. What it might be worth doing is literally latching on to the bottom of her ship.
Millennium Falcon style.
Millennium Falcon style.
At that point, Bath comes back in with the robot in tow.
Oh.
Hey,
there's Jeeves. Okay, Jeeves, we've got a very special mission for you.
Please deactivate me.
No, we're not doing that. We've got a much better idea. You are going to look after this nice pub while we're away. It's in a bit of a state at the moment. Maybe tidy it up a bit while we're gone?
I was not built for this.
Yeah, we know.
And he walks off on the bar.
Bath,
The little bow tie is spinning furiously.
Yeah, she's going to go and sit on the bar and say to him, all right, listen, Jeeves, we have some simple rules. You are a defense robot, primarily, right?
I have been denuded of all of my defensive equipment.
Well, we want you to defend this bar from going out of business. And then riff-raff to come by. In fact, 1 second, and she goes over to the other two. She goes, how do we give this thing prime? Like, what kind of prime directive should we give this thing? Like, we want it to, keep the place safe, but not murder everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Only do a little bit of murder.
No murder. Zero murder, ideally. Ideally, zero murder.
We don't want that as our
It's
as
hard to
our
run a
brand.
bar if you're known for murder.
It's not a good image to have.
No murder, but also maybe it can just beat people up if they call
Right, so
ruckus.
she's writing this down, like, no murder.
Just give them a hammer or something.
Subclause,
Yeah.
some beat. It doesn't need a hammer, it's a robot with metal fists.
Yeah, but it could be a metal fist and a hammer.
I think Butlerbot's done very well so far, and you're right, it is a combat robot, so maybe we should give it a weapon. And then Ryder hands it the mop.
Oh, nice.
It's not quite a hammer, but it'll do.
Yeah.
It picks up the mop. It holds the mop and seems to be regarding it for like the first time it's ever seen this. It slowly rotates its wrist 360 with it.
This is the most deadly weapon that a puddle of water will know. Use it wisely.
This is a fluid motivation device.
Correct.
This mop has killed thousands, maybe millions of microscopic organisms. This mop is a destroyer of civilizations. If you
Of
can't handle
germs.
This mop
If
is
you
a
can't
great
handle
ground
it,
for
we'll-
germs.
well, then maybe you should start defending the mop and clean it.
Yes,
With
sterilize this
water
place.
in the mop.
Ryder's going to have a look.
We don't have anything in here. We just killed everything and left the building.
Ryder's going to have a look in the
Just
back
run it
cupboard
under the tap.
where she found the mop and get some disinfectant.
Right. So, shall we depart?
Please.
Let's go.
We leave Jeeves cleaning the mop in the bar.
Yes, we leave Jeeves with his mop, and we head down to the engineering bay where Leica 7 is being stored.
Okay. The Leica 7 has had its engine repaired.
Okay.
Right? We did leave it being repaired.
Yeah, it was being.
Yeah.
So that's
Before
now
we leave, we're doing
repaired.
a thorough inspection this time. 'Cause I
And
don't trust anyone.
you spend a couple of hours thoroughly inspecting it, and it looks perfect. It's actually installed properly. Everything seems to be working. There's no bombs this time.
That's always a plus.
That's the main thing, really. That's like step one: no bombs.
Yeah. From now on, only V is gonna work on a Leica.
Yeah, but no bombs. That's the main thing.
The problem is with that V is that it's not feasible in a man-hours perspective for you to work solely on the Leica. You will need to hire people to help you move heavy stuff.
Okay, other people can help, but only with V being there from now.
Yeah, and that's fine. In a supervisory role, not a problem. So, you head aboard the Leica. Where are you going?
We're going to goal 3.
Yeah, we'll set a course for goal 3.
Alrighty. You get on board the Leica. Everybody takes their seats. Baths in her. It's a different seat than last time, somehow.
It gets
you're not
more
entirely
fancy
sure.
every time we go by.
Ooh,
It's actually a different one.
Oh, well,
Pre-flight.
then.
Pre-flight check before we go anywhere. Make
Yeah.
sure all of the systems are working correctly.
Make a professional pilot. No, make a regular pilot.
Regular pilot.
Regular pilot roll.
That's a 19 on the dice plus whatever the fuck is on my character sheet. 14.
That would be 33.
Yes.
So you sit in the seat and you go click, 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 clack, clack. Everything's green, boss.
Makes a change. Right. This is your pilot speaking. If everyone would like to assume takeoff positions, I'm about to take the ship out.
Beth wasn't paying attention and was checking out her new seat. So she probably falls over.
And is now on her ass.
Yeah, upside down in the corner.
The Leica J-turns out of the parking space of the station, kicks in the afterburners, and heads off in the direction of Goal 3. You have a common nav point from the map that you downloaded into the Leica systems beforehand. You're at hyperspeed. You're in your wiggly blue tunnel. It will take 3 hours roughly of this to...
Happy place.
That counts as a long rest. We get our stamina back.
Yes, everybody gets their stamina back. The ship's flying point to point, you can leave.
Yeah, I need my spell slots back anyway, so that's good.
Yes. And everybody can enjoy the mash pit. Oh,
No, they can't.
Single tier.
300.
I think we should get a ping pong table.
Why would we want a ping pong table?
I'm bored.
Also, what's ping pong?
It's I don't know where I picked it up. It's a pleasant little game. You've got a massive bat, a ball, and the idea is to smash the ball into your opponent so hard that they can't deflect it back in time.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
Oh, so
right.
like murder ball, the Eoxian sport.
Ah, so you've played ping pong before.
So she goes over to the screen and brings up just like the most aggressive looking ping pong game you've ever seen, played by these hulking bone monsters, and the ball is a small bomb. And she's pointing at it. She goes, "This is Rekiar 5. He is the third-time world champion. Amazing player. Look, watch this one here. The guy swings so hard that the paddle comes out of his hand and chops everyone's head off, and the crowd go mad. And he's like, and back goes, amazing play. What a talent."
Right.
It's weird. I don't see how we can get as much power from the these little wooden bats that they sell on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, these aren't the usual titanium alloy ones that I've seen online, but they're probably fine.
Starter set.
That ball doesn't look as heavy either. It looks like it's made of hollow plastic.
Where does the bomb go?
I don't know. Oh, the ball's hollow, so it must go inside.
That makes sense.
That'll be it.
Yeah.
Okay, well that'll be with us in about a week. So look forward to that.
Oh, Radar's going to love that.
Oh.
Good times.
Teach Ray how to play death ping pong later. So what's the plan here, guys?
So, master plan. We warp in, we find a big transport ship that's en route to Goal 3, we sneak up to it, latch onto it, wait till it lands, then fly away.
Sounds good to me.
Okay?
Yeah.
V, can we get a hot tub?
No, we can't get a hot tub.
Why?
5 minutes warning.
Oh,
Oh, we're almost there. Ryder's going to get back in her pilot seat. Get ready to
no.
disengage.
He's going to go down to engineering bay and start prepping.
Yeah, Beth hops into the captain's seat as well. Starts flicking through hot tubs and just shaking her head.
Right, you arrive. The Leica drops out of warp in the vicinity of Goal 3. You are confronted with a mass of commercial shipping. Goal 3 itself is a little dwarf planet, barely a couple of hundred miles wide. Around it, though, are installations and space docks, servicing ships that warp in and out of the system once every few minutes. You are confronted with, and you can just tell by the ship types, the kind of goods that are going into there. Grain haulers, mass transit vehicles carrying goods, and vessels coming out of the system also carrying goods. The specifics of which, without boarding, you wouldn't be able to tell. But certainly, it looks like the Kalaedian Nebula Empire requires a lot of food.
Interesting.
Hmm.
We're not in sort of scanning range yet, are we?
This is just what you've picked up on your passive.
Okay.
You could do some active scanning, but the problem with active scanning is even civilian vessels will probably detect that. And it's a bit suspicious if you turn up and start scanning everyone, considering you don't look like a commercial vessel.
That's a good point. So we're just going to have to find something that looks like it's heading towards goal and latch onto it, something big.
Yeah. So the way it's laid out is you've arrived at one waypoint, which there's a couple of waypoints laid out like an arc, and they're all like flashing beacons. And it seems like a lot of ships come out of this one waypoint and then disperse to the waypoints around you, and other ships converge on that singular waypoint. So you're pretty sure that's gold. That's going to the Kalaedian Nebula.
Alright. Let's find the biggest, ugliest ship we can. Stick with that one.
You see in front of you a very, very battered looking grain hauler. Now this thing, the hauler itself, it's much like, you know in Alien where they had like the tug vessel was towing the massive star refinery thing? It's like that. So you got a little piloted ship at the front with big powerful pulling engines and then vast silos trailing behind it. This thing's probably about 3 miles long.
Ew, Nostra's tug. Ugliest ship in the world. That'll do.
Yeah, it ain't pretty. It ain't aerodynamic. It's clearly never designed to go into atmosphere.
Bass looking out the window like, is there no other options, guys? This is... it's just, it's so...
Oh, and across one of the silos, big red lettering is something that simply says Transcorp.
Would there be space between two of the silos for Leica to hide?
There would, however, you're looking at them and it looks like the space between them allows flex room.
Alright.
So it's basically it can move like a sinuous, almost like a snake.
It's articulated.
Yes, that's it. That's the word. It's articulated.
Okay.
Make a visual perception.
Go gadget dice. 16 plus 7. 23.
There's other spaces you could attach to the bottom of one of the silos. You don't want to get too close to the tug, though. There are walkways that connect all of the silos, so they can be accessed for maintenance or if something goes wrong. So you reckon underneath. Also, if you attach to the bottom, you're hidden from the sun of Gold's system.
Okay, so in the shadow section.
You'd be in the shadow.
I reckon we've probably got our best bet hiding underneath it.
Alright.
I love the idea. Riders in her seat, and like literally Bath and V are just crowded around her, looking out the windows.
Yeah.
Just making plans.
Sorry, no, I'm at the engineering.
No, for this one you were on the bridge, or else all of that would have been redundant. So you've not used any of your passive systems to fly the ship.
So I guess. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say I'm going to prep the like grappling system.
Yeah.
That the Leica's landing gear has, but holding it in place.
Yeah, it's it would literally be once the gear's down, you literally just go into a space in the engineering room and you press a button when the pilot tells you. That's nice and simple. But I'm going to need a piloting roll from Ryder, who is trying to basically attach their ship to a moving ship in the dark.
Yeah, go on.
This currently unnamed cargo hauler, whose name will be
We don't know, because
We could listen in on their transponder when they start broadcasting to land. Because I'm assuming they land in the official way rather than our normal.
Well, make
somewhere.
a communications check, somebody. So I don't know what that would be for skills wise.
I suppose engineering if it's the radio.
Be computers, wouldn't it?
It's just it. It could be both.
Yeah, sorry.
Looks like computers.
I rolled a 2, so someone's got their ears on.
Hey, if you're at the engineering console, that's the roll we go with. So what is your engineering total?
12.
That's enough.
Oh.
You're basically they're not scrambling their broadcasts. They're not a military operation. They're a civilian boat, so they will transmit, and you could basically cut in to hear them talking to air traffic control, basically, of this sector, who don't seem to have noticed you. Probably because you're the smallest thing in here by a large margin.
And we've got stealth mode on.
Do you? Gonna have to make that roll. You need an engineering roll and a stealth from you.
Okay, yeah. Before we do anything, we'll go
Yeah,
silent
we'll
running.
stealth up.
All right,
16 for engineering.
and the stealth roll.
That's a 7 on the dice plus 19, so 26.
So what did engineering roll?
26 total. And then,
Both of you got 26.
yeah.
Nice. That's nice and easy then. Yeah, they can't detect you.
Silent running.
So, the name of this vessel as you're listening in, they give their name as the...
Interesting name.
The name is the
it's the Elega 9.
Elega 9. Elega 9 heavy.
Elega 9 heavy. I love that. Or Eleger, if you want to call it, I don't know.
I mean, we're not going to be with it very long, so
It doesn't
okay.
matter. We've slipped into its side pocket without a sound.
You are currently under it. Did you make the pilot roll to land?
No, not yet.
Right, you're about to.
It's 12 on the dice plus 14. 26.
Holy fuck.
Hmm?
You come into land on the bottom, and the ship moves.
Good.
And I'm going to need another pilot roll.
Was it not already moving?
Do you mean like away
it
from
was
us?
in motion. It was going
Had
in
a course
straight motion.
correction.
You'd made
Alright.
it, and then it changed course. And are you listening on the radio again?
Yeah, so still listening.
Okay, I'm going to need another stealth roll.
Another stealth roll. Okay.
Stealth and engineering roll, sorry.
Okay. 30.
And engineering?
Oh shit, natural 20. So 30.
That's fine. So over the view here,
Elega 9 Heavy, this is Gull Flight Control. Be advised you have some detritus in your wake. Advise course correction, port 35 degrees, elevation +9.
and
That's
then you
not
hear
surprise.
hear from the Eleger.
Gull Flight, this is Elega 9 Heavy. We copy, adjusting to suggested flight path.
And it basically moves away. Relative to you, it just looks like it goes up, away from you.
So we need a
Friendly meteorite, boys. Okay, I'm going to make another piloting roll to try and attempt to
Yes,
latch
please
on
do.
again.
Yeah.
That is a 19 on the dice plus piloting.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, 14.
And then finally, with a crunch, because I'm guessing RJ, you pushed the button to fire the bolts into the feet.
Bolts? Thought we were doing magnets.
No, we don't have that sophisticated. It basically just has like a series of giant screws
Yeah.
in landing gear that just wind their way into whatever it's. But it's supposed to be for when you need to anchor against something,
Yeah,
like
like
a
that.
rock.
Yeah.
But it also works very well on like ship hulls.
Right. So you've been running at low power anyway, and finally the screws dig into the hull of the Eleger, and you are aboard. It's a matter of moments, basically, to shut down the engines and reduce the power signature of the Leica to near zero.
Ryder's going to switch all the lights off as well.
Yeah.
Could we go to like DEFCON mode where all the red lighting comes?
Yeah, submarine mode.
No, there's not. You are beyond that. You are running as stealthily as possible. So even the heating's off, which means you're going to need to break out the emergency codes.
Do you
Yeah.
have to turn BAF off?
What? No.
Nah, I imagine Bath's got like a little lead-lined coat or something.
Yeah. And androids are. I'm just treating it as another living.
Yeah, no, she's just a species. It's okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
so we don't
Although it
have
was
to put
hilarious.
BAF in the microwave.
It was hilarious watching the super robot telling the basic robot how to run a bar.
Mm.
And then your final checks over the radio were basically... Golf Flight, this is Elegant 9 Heavy. We are approaching the nav point now. See you when we get back. And you hear Go Control go...
Elegant 9 Heavy, this is Goal Flight Control. Understood last transmission. Good luck in the Kalaedian.
And then that's the transmission over. And then you feel as the Elega 5 opens a warp hole or a warp tunnel towards the Kalaedian.
Hang on, everyone.
Now, it's a little bit discomforting because the ship's not angled right, basically. You're kind of slightly at an angle on the cargo things. So it does feel like something's dragging at your soles, sort of back and to the left. But you've experienced this before, it's nothing unusual. And with up, you're into the next tunnel. You have only a rough frame of reference for how long it would take to reach the Kalaedian Nebula. And you still aren't quite sure which planet you're going to. There's a possibility of 3. So there's 3 systems you could go to. There are multiple planets within those systems.
If these guys are like on the side hustle to our warlord friend, we can just stick with them, right?
Well, the idea was that we scan their shipping manifest and you have some idea of what they're transporting to the Kalaedian Nebula. This is a grain hauler, so there's going to be some sort of food shipment happening up top.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Unless the grain's just a cover and they're actually sleeping something else inside the silo.
Well, I could have a sneaky peek look around if you want.
I don't think
digitally or personally.
If we do that, though, ground rule, it would just be me. No offense, ladies, but you're not very subtle.
Right, you actually want to cross over onto their ship?
Yeah, you want to go check it out?
Subspace.
Yeah, just have a look around.
That doesn't seem safe.
Let's look at their manifest first. We can probably hack that, right, or something?
We'd be detected, though. And also, no, I'd wait until we get to the Kalaedian Nebula before trying to cross over to their ship. If we do that, it's not a good idea, it's an idea.
Okay, so if they've got through, they're probably taking it to Archon Beta if they're here for a job at all. So, rather than, splitting, because this is a huge ship, we don't want to risk losing Ryder. So if we just stick with them, wait for them to make contact with somebody else, maybe check their, conversations, comms.
We could wait until they are transmitting, and then do a scan.
That seems safer, in my mind.
Okay, let's do that then.
Alrighty. I'm going to time skip you guys now because I can't handle another conversation about ping pong tables. So, you feel the rattle begin of the ship slowing in the warp, and then it drops out of the warp. You are in... how to describe it? Basically, imagine your regular star biome, but everything seems to be tinted purple.
Oh, purple space.
It's like an entire universe just for Bath.
Yeah, she's looking out the window.
Bath, you're among your people now.
And it does match Bath's hair. You are in the Kalaedian Nebula.
Oh, we're in Baffy space.
Finally, somewhere with some actual taste. Also, V, you're my people. These guys are secondary.
Also, it matches Ryder's pants. She's got these sort of rubber purple trousers.
You're Bath actually going, oh, look, you're actually in fashion for once, Ryder.
Wait, what do you mean for once?
Are we? So we're still attached to the bottom of the what do you call it, the Elgato there? the Elegant.
The Elega.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're still attached to the bottom, right?
You're still screwed in, and you're still powered down.
Where is it going? Where is it heading?
From what you can roughly make out, it's dropped out of this at the edge of the system, and it looks like it's going to spend the next day heading into one of these planets. There are 4 planets you can see in front of them. See just with your naked eye.
I say we just stick with them. Either we end up where we should be, or we find out where there's something else going on in the system, and we can handle it from there. But splitting off from here now with no knowledge means we just got to.
Yeah, it leaves us open as well.
Exactly.
All right then. So good old fashioned stakeout then.
Plus, Ryder can do some sleuthing on the Elegant 9 if they want to.
Can do.
Alrighty.
Don't break anything.
I'll try my best. No promises.
Don't start any fights and don't push any buttons.
Nice to see you ladies have nothing but faith in my sleuthing abilities. Again, I'll try my best. No promises.
Almost responsible for you for once.
Well, if we are going to do that, we need an emergency action plan if the shit does hit the fan. Who's flying the ship, first of all?
Probably Radar. Oh, bollocks.
Radar's not here.
Okay, I guess I'll fly.
I've got piloting though. Wait, what's your piloting, Vic?
5 at the moment.
Meta.
Yeah.
It's not even meta, but like V in actual thought just forgot that radar wasn't there.
Now you're asking them if they're any good at piloting.
I'll pilot because I've got nothing engineering if we need that.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
sensible.
I've got 4 in piloting.
Okay, well,
Learned
if things-
entirely from leaning over Ryder's shoulder and watching.
Yeah,
him push
she's just like, this looks easy enough. I pull this, I press that.
and playing like arcadey Star Fox style video games.
Yeah. How do I push an
That
automatic?
actually works.
Don't tell me, I will make this shit do a barrel roll.
Where's the X button?
So, Beth jumps into... Well, I guess... No, she doesn't jump into the rider. She arrives still there. But if anything happens, she will pilot and V can do engineering and stuff.
Well, first things first, I'd like a map of this place if I'm going to be sneaking around it. We're going to need to do a scan of this ship, but avoid detection at the same time.
Yeah. I reckon we can do it. As far as they're aware, we're not here. So we could probably... If we do it at a low power level, we could at least analyse the part of the ship we're attached to.
Would a
And then if you
low-level
want to get
scan
on
be able to
board-
get us a map?
Maybe not the entire ship, but maybe just the immediate surroundings so you can find
Ooh.
the terminal.
Idea. What
Go
about sonar? We'll make a reverberation through the ship, and then listen back. The
That
reflection will give us where the walls are
They
inside.
definitely noticed that, though, I reckon.
How much do we need to know what's on this ship exactly?
Well, I just need to
I-
know where I'm going, and
Yeah.
what's in the cargo hold, and where they're
Yeah.
going.
Make a culture roll. You've worked on ships before.
Culture or profession? I don't have any culture.
Oh, profession. Is your
Okay.
profession starship or profession pilot?
Starships.
Does it specifically say starship in
It
profession?
specifically says starships, and you can check that because you have my character sheet.
No, I believe you. That's fine. Then
Okay.
roll on that.
Okay. That's a 4 plus 9.
13.
13.
You've seen these kind of things before, and you're basically, it's like a train. You've got a series of carriages, and then the main engine. The main
Okay.
engine's where everyone's probably going to be. What you're on right now is you're attached to the bottom of one of the carriages of this train.
Okay. Well, will it
What
have
carriage number are we at?
will it have like crawl spaces that I can get between the carriages?
There, well, from what
They're
you saw
probably-
as you flew in, there are walkways.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably going to have walk spaces considering that our entire ship fits underneath one of their carriages.
Maintenance needs to be done, and people need to reach things, and the best way to do that is with a walkway. Because, in
Alright,
fact, looking at it, from what you can see, there's one that runs down the middle, the spine.
Okay. Is it airtight?
No.
You want me to grab your spacesuit?
Yeah, please.
Right, V's going to go down to engineering and pressure test Ryder's spacesuit before sending them out into the cold dark back to the place.
Ryder's going to get her gun and her sword.
Yep.
Right, remember, no buttons. No explosions either.
No promises.
Make intelligence roll, someone. D20 plus your intelligence bonus.
16 plus intelligence to 18.
Maybe give them some kind of like plug-in USB thing, so if they can find a terminal, they can get information off it.
Oh, that's the point. You don't have your own tools, do you?
Nope.
Tell you what,
Travel
take flyby with you.
Flyby. He's got so many different names.
Are you sure about that? He's not the stealthiest little fella.
Yeah. Also, drones don't respond to other people's commands.
Yeah, but I can still pilot him up to a certain distance.
2 miles?
Why don't you just give me a USB pluggy thing?
Yeah, we got plenty. We got loads.
We've got plenty of dongles. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
okay, I'm
all
just going to
those
give them...
lanty bastards, didn't we?
Yep.
Sorry,
I'm just
radar.
going to give them an USB stick then. Actually, no, I gave them 2.
2 USB sticks, thank you.
You've also got your wrist data pad as well.
Yep, got my data pad. I've got my hollow bead if I do need to disappear.
Yeah.
Right.
Righto.
Right, boys and ladies, I'm going for a walk.
Once again, what are the rules?
No blowing things up, I know.
And no pressing any buttons.
But what if I need to get through a door that needs buttons? Oh, I'll be in constant communication as well, so if anything does go awry, you'll be the first to know.
Now, you know that the Leica is currently powered down and has no passive listening ability,
But we have personal communication devices.
which give off a power signature.
How much
It depends
power,
how
though?
stealthy. It depends how stealthy do you want to be. To get it from where you'd be on a ship through 2 miles of grain, you'd have to be quite powerful.
2 miles of air quotes, great.
Grain.
We're assuming.
Don't fall in.
Autonomous
You are
grain.
dead. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll only communicate if we have to. I'll save all of the information until I get back.
So, you make your way to the airlock.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll come to you in a sec then, Si. Bath and V. Is there anything you want to do? Because Ryder's going to be gone for a couple of hours, probably.
Yeah.
Also, Meta, I don't really know what kind of roleplay you guys can get right now. You're kind of in a sit and wait situation.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine. We're having to sit and wait. Like,
It's right.
Bath,
Yeah.
as
Are
usual.
you sure?
Well, yeah, as usual,
Yeah,
she
okay.
plays Mother Hen, so she's more like worried about Ryder. So she just wants
And
to watch.
V's going to keep listing out, and they're going to keep flyby preps in case they need to.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I guess you guys could come with me, but I don't know about sneaking around.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but V isn't very subtle.
I don't
No.
think we. I mean, I'm still not really sure what we want on the ship, other than
We want to identify what they're actually carrying, because we've ascertained they're more than likely smuggling something. We want to know what they're smuggling and if we can nick it.
Do you want a
we-
DM freebie?
yeah, if we help.
Is it? Yeah, let's spend a radar point.
Yeah,
Okay, spending one of your radar points. How many of those do you have?
No idea.
yeah, 3.
I don't even remember how many
No,
we had
from
ourselves.
previous adventures. How
I
many?
think
Oh,
I've
very
got
likely.
3.
Yeah, 3.
11
Yeah.
11
Alright.
billion by this point.
We'll go with 3. You're now spending one of them. You're down to 2 radar points. So, information that you need. You need to figure out where the fuck you are, because you don't know which system you're in. You need to figure out where the warhead's being kept. You need to figure out where Arkham Beta basically lives, and you can extrapolate from that. Probably the warhead is around there somewhere.
So to be fair, we don't technically need to get onto the Elgato. Keep on the Elgato. The Elegans.
Elegant 9.
I'm just looking for a pluggy point, essentially.
But do we know that these guys do business with Arkham Beta?
We do, yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
so,
you do. Because they've clearly come into the Kalaedian Nebula without being shot down.
Yeah.
So, yes, they do business with...
So I think the best thing we want to get out of these guys is some kind of like landing codes or all clear codes, and maybe some information. But knowing what they're carrying, I don't see how that's going to help us.
It's more getting access to the consoles on their ship.
And also, I'm curious.
Yeah. I want to
Never
know what they're
underestimate an otter's
smuggling.
nosiness.
I guess we should. I think if we should probably all go there to be safe.
Not all of us, because that leaves nobody on the Leica, and also only people that are stealthy.
Yeah, Bath, I'm not going to lie, you're not the subtlest of...
No, that's true.
It's the hips, Bath. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
They get stuck in things.
And they shout. They're just so loud. They just won't quit.
I'm not sure.
Every time you turn around, you do clap sometimes as well.
I'm trying to evade the guards, but I'm dummy thick.
Colonel.
Okay, fine. That doesn't go, but she's still concerned.
I mean, I don't quite know how to say this, but Bath. See, you can't help it.
Right, she stays behind, fixing up her new chair.
Another new chair that you've acquired from somewhere.
I mean, does she have lots of chairs in a row, or is it just one different chair every time?
Feeling
provided
very
it
self-conscious.
Provided it doesn't ever matter from a mechanic's point of view, she can literally have a different chair every time the camera looks at it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fine.
It's a continuity error.
Yeah. It's where we've had to reshoot a couple of scenes. Because we kept getting this clapping on the audio and we couldn't work out what it was for the longest time.
What's causing that?
I've isolated it down to every time Bath turns around. Anyway, so RJ and Pan, you're going to be in spectator mode for the next few bits. I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
fine, that's cool.
You can listen in and you can chat, but don't give any hints or anything. Ryder is very firmly on her own. So,
Good luck and Godspeed.
go into the airlock.
She takes a deep breath and gets ready.
You take a deep breath, and the last time you were in this, you were in the presence of Logos.
Mm-hmm. That's very comforting.
It's a little bit claustrophobic. Can you roll a d20 and add your will save to it, please?
It's an 8 on the dice plus 4. 12.
12. Okay, there's a moment of hesitation, but you put it to the back of your mind. you're trained basically for this job.
I've got a mission to do.
You've got a mission. So through the clumsy finger buttons of your suit, you press the open airlock, and the airlock opens. You're confronted with, again, it's almost pitch black because you're in the shadow of the Elegant.
Mm-hmm.
But you proceed.
I also have dark vision, so I'll be able to see.
Yes, so you look down, and through the grayscale of the dark vision, you see the ladder, and then the scuffed and worn metal outside hull of one of these silos.
Okay, I'm going to very delicately jump jet my way over to the ladder.
Okay, you step out, and you make is there a spacesuit roll?
Be athletics, I think.
Yeah, that seems like
yeah, that'll do then. Athletics roll.
Okay. That's 17 plus 11.
Oh yeah,
28.
Nail it. You give it a single blast, and then you just sort of dull drift over to the thing, and you grab the handle. You guys have seen Gravity and like Interstellar and stuff, right?
Yeah, we did. We've done spacewalks as well because we did one when we were trying.
Yeah, we did one to get to that.
I know.
Stupid...
I know. I'm just setting the scene for you. That this is how clumsy spacesuits are.
Okay.
It's like that, but with an otter.
Yes. So you're on the ladder. The ladder leads up the side of the silo, which it will take you into direct sunlight, and then it looks like it over the top of the ledge leads to the central spinal walkway.
Okay. Right, it's going to climb the ladder and peer over the top and see what she can see now in the sunlight.
All right, you get to the top of the thing, and you can peer basically straight ahead into the central walkway, which runs left and right and disappears behind the tops of the silos. The silos are arranged in a row, two abreast, with the spine down the middle.
Okay.
And it looks like each join in the silos basically has... It looks like a pressurized little room in between them where the walkway would pass through. And that's what you see.
Okay. Ryder is going to make her way in darkness, best she can, over to one of the hatches in the silo.
All right, you're in direct sunlight now at this point. As I said, it comes up into direct sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
But you keep low. Basically, otter crawl, I'm going to call it.
Well, hang on a sec. If there's a walkway, there'll be an underside of it that will be not in direct sunlight.
The walkway literally sits on top of the machinery of the articulated spine.
Oh, okay.
Which is like power cables, like hydraulics and things like that.
Okay, well, she'll like you said, do the otter sneak.
Yeah, just sort of weasel your way, literally weasel your way.
Can't be shocked.
Yeah, up to the central thing, look left and right. There's no one around, and you've got two closed doors either end of you. If you carried straight on, you'd go onto the other silo and then back down, and you think an opposite ladder, which would just take you in a big circle.
Okay, back to the next one. Okay, is there a glass hatch or something?
You're looking at it, and it looks like it's one of those airlocks that it's just a single cylinder that rotates and it's got a bit cut out of it.
Okay.
And it's currently closed. And there is a big manual crank on the right.
Okay, so it doesn't look electronic.
Nope.
Would I know that this being entirely mechanical wouldn't set off any sort of alarm? Or should I do a perception roll to check it for an alarm system?
I'd make a perception roll.
Okay. Ooh, okay. 19 plus 13.
We'll add that to your profession starships as well. This is a civilian maintenance hatch. Something like this you doubt would be rigged. You doubt, you're not sure.
Okay.
So, but you could go through it, or you could probably climb over it.
Oh.
But there are no handholds.
Well, I've got my my jump jets on my armor.
Yeah, okay, so there will be... I'm going to install like an artificial thing here. There will be a limited amount of fuel in the jetpack, always. So what I'm going to say is you've got 20 uses of the jetpack. So
I've used one of them already.
You've used one, but I'll give you that one as a free because you didn't know.
Okay.
So starting now, you've got 20.
20
It's nice and easy because I can track it on this D20.
Yeah, 20 RCS bursts.
Yeah, there we go. And they can be quite nebulous, so you can use one to get to a suitable velocity to fly 20,000 miles, or you could use one to go across a room. You know.
Sure. Well, I won't open any doors yet. I'll just hop over it with the with one RCS burst.
Okay, so you use your RCS once to go up along, and then down. As you reach the top of that point before you have to stop yourself, because there is no gravity, you look down and there's probably another 10 of these silos.
Well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I think one silo will have the contents of all of them, presumably.
Sure. We can't do radio contact, but can Beth still contact Ryder via psychic telekinesis?
Yes, she can.
Yep.
Are we all linked via?
Because
we're all telepathic.
Bullshit.
We're all telepathic linked, so she can just ping in.
Go on then.
I guess, so she pings in how's it going there, Beth?
This curls into a ball and bounces off 3 separate balls.
I forget you can do that. Sorry, Beth. Yeah, everything's going great. I'm on the spine of this cargo trawler. I haven't looked in any of the silos yet. I can't find a plug-in point. I kind of want to have a peek inside one of them before I get to the engine room.
Be careful. We can't see what you're doing, but wait, actually, is there a way? I guess it's not going to video feed.
No, your psychic powers are bullshit enough that you're talking to him.
No, I mean, maybe she had some video feed thing on her chest, but that would make sense.
No, because that would be a broadcast, then that could be.
Well, I guess you could psychically see through Ryder's eyes, but that would be bullshit.
No, she can only communicate. She can't I can later.
It's actually an ability later on,
later I can not only see through your eyes, I can also fully puppet you.
Oh, please don't do that.
That'd be weird.
That's horrendous.
Yeah.
Screaming.
Yeah, mystical wishful abilities are weird.
Stay out of my brain, Charles.
She goes, alright, well, we're here if you need anything. I won't...
Okay, Beth, thanks. Yeah, I imagine, you started speaking to her and the sort of Metal Gear Solid exclamation mark appeared above her head.
I think, as she leaves, there's, a soft chime in your head. Just to so she knows that the conversation's starting or ending, so she doesn't panic again.
Okay, let's go.
Damn noise.
Okay, over and out. Bloop.
Oh god, it makes the MSN Messenger noise.
Yeah, made me cough.
Right. Okay. Where is Ryder at this point?
So you come up, you came to the centre of the spine, you turned right to go along the spine, you jumped over the first silo, and you're now sat in basically an identical situation with a silo in front of you and a silo behind. Or the middle bits between the two silos.
Okay. Well, Ryder wants to have a peek at what's in these silos.
Okay, and you've got that cylindrical rotating airlock access hatch in front of you. The crank.
Okay. Right, she's going to hop over to it and try and open it.
Okay, you get to the thing, and you've seen these before. These are like auxiliary airlocks on big ships, where it's done. You crank the thing around, where the first cranks basically suck all the air out of the airlock, and then if you keep cranking it, it will rotate the drum. You go inside, and then there's usually a crank in the room, the ceiling or on the floor, that you do, and it reverses the process.
Okay. Right, she's going to hang on to the latch and sort of start rotating the valve.
Awesome. Can I have a strength roll, please? D20
Oh, boy.
plus strength.
She's not very strong. Okay, that is a 17 plus 2.
19, that's enough.
19.
It's tiring, but
For a small
eventually...
water.
Yeah, because you're very small, and you literally have to stand with your legs either side of this thing and turn it with both hands as best as you can, and then pull the lever in the centre for it to lock in place. And it does.
In a spacesuit as well.
Yeah, and you're doing this in a spacesuit where your grip's not fantastic. No, yours is, isn't it? Because you hang from surfaces.
Yes.
No, your grip's fine.
She's got the suction thingies.
Yeah,
I think
the
doing
airlock-
this in a spacesuit is going to be tiring enough.
Yeah, the airlock is open to you.
Okay, she's going to step inside. Before she does that, she's going to check for traps, devices, that sort of thing.
All right. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything. It's the inside of this drum airlock.
Okay.
There's no window or anything like that.
Right. Well, she'll hop inside and she'll close the latch.
All right. You reach down and you start. I'm not going to make you roll strength again. You've rolled once. You've passed. You can do it.
Okay.
But it takes a while, and eventually the drum rotates, locks into place, and pressurizes. And suddenly you can hear. So there's oxygen inside each of these central transit lines between the silos. And with that, the drum opens into a room. It's probably about 8 foot by 8 foot. There's a couple of tool racks couple of levers that aren't labelled. They look well worn. And access hatch in the floor, which you're looking at it, looks like it goes to all of the cables and hydraulics you've been walking on. In the sides left and right, 2 doors that look heavily reinforced but with a window in them, and they look into the actual silos.
Why would a grain silo need oxygen in it?
I'll give you that one as a freebie. It's so that the maintenance engineers don't have to stay enclosed in a suit.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. And it's got scrubbers. It doesn't lose any oxygen when you open or close the airlock. And any carbon dioxide you emit gets recycled.
Yeah, fair enough. I was wondering if it was like to sort of keep the grain from being damaged by frost, but whatever.
No, if you put oxygen in with grain, it starts going mouldy.
That as well. Okay, Ryder's going to sort of shut the drum door behind her, make sure that she doesn't leave any indication that someone has entered, just in case.
Yeah, the drum's already in its closed position. It doesn't have a door over it.
Okay, I'm going to have a look around. Is there any sort of identification for what silo I'm in?
Yes, it's painted on the floor. There's a big red square with big white numbers. It looks well walked over. It says 09.
Okay, so Ryder's going to snake along to the first hatch on her left and peer through the glass.
All right, there's only one hatch on the left and right. That is the one looking into the thing, and it looks like hundreds of stacks of grain in the silo, and they're arranged in like a spiral up around the central core.
She'll check the...
No, disregard that. They'd be descending down from the top. You're at the top of the silo.
Okay, well, my curiosity's been served.
Okay.
Are there any computer access ports on this silo?
Not in this room. It's all entirely mechanical here.
Figures.
You'd think if there is electronics, they'd be probably sensors to detect fire, and they'd be wired all the way up to the tug at the front.
Fire, you say? No, I made a promise to V. Okay, Ryder's going to head back to the drum entrance. She's seen all she needs to see.
Okay, does she make her way back to the Leica?
Well, no, not yet. She wants to know where the ship's going, so she's going to head to the bridge.
So she's going to go all the way to the front of the vessel?
Well, yeah, we still need information.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So you progress onwards. I thought you were done and going back.
Well, I'm done in this part. I just wanted to know what was in the silo.
Okay, basically... Do you go into the next one?
Nah.
Because you open the drum up and you're confronted with literally the same scene. But this one you're pretty sure will be number 8.
Okay. Now, I think I'm done with the silos.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's going to head out, back into space, back onto the walkway, and start progressing to the front of the ship as sneakily as possible.
Alright, well, the walkway literally goes forwards and then you're confronted with basically the same thing that you've just been in.
Okay.
And that will repeat.
Right. So she'll have to keep going then.
Okay. It takes a while because you've got to literally open and close 16 airlocks.
Well, if the shit hits the fan, I need to get out of here. I can just do a huge RCS burst and get back to the Leica if needs be.
Yeah, and that's absolutely fine. I'm just saying it takes time. This is more for the benefit of the Leica crew who are sat there twiddling their thumbs.
Yeah, sorry this is taking so long, guys.
No, we're learning at ping pong. Real quick, I actually just reread Telepathic Bond. So yeah. I can form it up to 100 feet, but I can actually use it at any distance.
Oh.
Yeah. What?
No special power or influence is established as a result of the bond. Once the bond is formed, it works over any distance, although not from one plane of existence to the other. If desired, you can leave yourself out of the telepathy. This is mad OP, but it says what it says.
Oh, well, so you can't communicate through dimensions, but you can communicate
across space.
Across space-time, anywhere.
You're basically an infinite CD radio.
You can just call up Siphonophore if you want to.
Yeah, Pan.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to do it, don't worry.
I'm going to ask if you yourself could put some artificial restraints on.
Yeah, don't worry, I won't.
What they are.
I'm reading it and I'm like, that makes no sense, so I'm happy to, not do it.
No. The telepathy is a big part of Bath, and we all love that. But it's up to you.
I'm happy to not break tense moments by being like, oh, you're on another planet? Hey, what's up? I can hear you.
Your psychic abilities, especially the shit I run, are formidable enough as it is. You don't need more.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I was just looking up and like, oh, hey, wow, cool. But that's fine.
However, you should absolutely use them to prank call Radar. Just a random moment.
He'll know she's the only telepath he knows. He'll know it's her. But yeah,
Anyway,
sorry, I didn't mean to. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. So, Cypher, I'm going to need a...
Perception?
I need like a luck equivalent. Roll a percentile for me and let me know what percentage you roll.
Okay, 1 moment.
So, that's the two 10-sided ones.
Yep. That's not super low. 48%.
Ooh, that's middle.
Yeah.
It's
You carry
extremely
on.
middling.
So I'll just carry on. Don't see anything.
You carry on.
Okay.
Do you go into the airlock?
Yeah, well, I have to, right?
Yeah, okay. So you start closing it, and you crank it round, and you crank, and then it closes, and so it locks, and you basically, as the drum pierces round, you look into the room, and there's an engineer stood there, looking at you, with an expression of absolute shock on his face. And in his hand, he's got an unlit blowtorch and a screwdriver.
Quick, pretend you're meant to be there.
I'm not meant to be here.
That's metagaming.
I am not meant to be here. Wait, so is this room pressurized, right?
Yeah. He can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay.
He can hear the airlock rotating. This is a pressurized room.
Time to cash in those bluffs.
I don't have a good bluff. I'm gonna have to attack this guy.
I mean, your options are bluff or murder, so...
Initiative roll from you, please.
Fair enough.
Whiz, hot shot.
Don't worry about it.
Fair enough.
Is your dex bonus at least +3?
Yeah.
Because this guy rolled a 2 and his dex bonus is +0, so you're going first.
Well, Riders is +4, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So,
first things first, can you give me a rundown of where this guy is, what's around him?
yeah, so this is going to be nice and easy. I'll break the room down into a 3x3 grid.
Okay.
So you've got 9 squares, basically. If it's done out like a number pad, you're at the bottom of number pad 2. He's at number pad 6, and he's got into the entire floor panel up, because it looks like he was doing some work.
Okay, new plan.
Yeah, I'm going to need an action.
I'm gonna wave at him.
Hello.
Okay,
Okay.
Can you make a
Bluff?
Make a wave roll.
diplomacy roll?
Diplomacy? I do have some diplomacy. Yes, nat 20. Of
And
all
plus
the
it's
times
just-
I could have rolled it.
It's a skill roll, so a nat 20 doesn't mean anything, just means you've got 20.
Whatever.
Add your diplomacy to it, please.
Okay, nat 20 plus 4. 24.
Okay.
Also, you've got points in diplomacy?
Yes, I do.
I guess Ryder's
Like
the
the
only
rest
one
of us, Ryder's actually a fairly well-rounded character, whereas the rest of us are just big balls of min-max.
Min-max, yeah.
You've still got your helmet on, so you can't speak, and it's that you've got the chrome faceplate, so we can't actually see your expression. But the wave is pretty disarming, and for a moment, he's like, okay. He doesn't do anything for his action.
Ryder is going to tap on the side of her helmet like she's having comm issues and shrug. You know, like that stormtrooper does in Star Wars.
Tap on the side of her helmet and shrug.
Yeah, like she's having comm problems.
This guy's a fucking idiot.
He's also not wearing a helmet, so he couldn't hear comms anyway.
Yeah, so he's like, he quietly nods. He's still got like an eyebrow raised, but...
Okay.
You know.
Ryder
Hang on,
is-
are you carrying weapons?
You did put your sword on your back.
I did put my sword on my back,
No.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he, then, give me a second. This guy is also apparently blind or cross-eyed, because he's also not noticed the sword that's bigger than Ryder on her back. So yeah, he just sort of nods quietly.
It's a civilian cargo trawler, and this guy must think he's seeing things.
So I've rolled 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 1.
Oh boy. Okay, is there something like a toolkit or something nearby?
There's a toolbox on the floor next to it.
Next to him?
Yes.
Okay,
He's where he's
Ryder.
working. He's where he's working.
Ryder is going to very non-threateningly walk over, casually go through his tools, look for a certain kind of screwdriver, give him a thumbs up, and walk right back out of that airlock.
He doesn't move.
Bye.
Does he give him a thumbs up back?
Can Ryder fist bump him?
No, he's a bit sort of entranced, really.
A sexy thick otter in a spacesuit walks up to you, gets a screwdriver, gives you a thumbs up and leaves.
I believe the term is bamboozled.
Bamboozled.
Yeah.
You take your screwdriver and you go back to the airlock?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then just open it up and leave.
All right, you start cranking it around, and that seems to snap him out of it. You see him basically go for his helmet.
Okay.
I thought you were going through the airlock as opposed to like jettisoning the airlock.
Oh no,
Sorry.
I'm like continuing through. I thought this was
you're
like
going
a route through.
You're going on towards the front of the ship.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's fine. You see, he's sort of looking, and then he looks back as the drum is closing, and the last line of sight of him is basically him just sort of scratching his head.
Yeah.
Right. You're through.
Okay. Shut the door behind me. And go fucking stealth mode.
Alright, you're just going to stop there and go stealth mode, yeah?
Yes.
Alright,
Because my god, that was close.
You skitter basically up and around and sit above the airlock with your sticky paw pad things above the thing. And then there's no sound in space, but a few seconds later you see the drum start to rotate.
Yeah, Ryder's gonna hide.
Yep. And then the drum rotates fully so that it's close to you. And then, after a second, it starts to rotate back. And then you see him. He's in a red spacesuit. Looks like the space engineer's type spacesuit. Yeah, bulky thing. And he's walking very slowly with his mag boots and his toolbox back. And he keeps looking down at the toolbox. And he's making his way
downtown
up to the next airlock.
Okay.
2. And he puts the toolbox down. The toolbox has got a mag bit on it so it doesn't float away. Puts it down and starts cranking the airlock.
Okay.
Eventually it opens, steps in.
When Ryder was in the last place she was in, where the engineer was just a second ago, did she see any sort of plug point?
No, because it's like the other 7 she's been through.
Okay. Well, in that case, she's going to skip this one and carry on to the front of the ship.
Like you're going to skitter over the top of it, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. You skitter over the top of it. You actually overtake him because he's going through. And that you skitter over number 2, you're confronted with another one, and over the top of it now you can see like the engine hubs and the bulks of the tug. And the engines are either side of the silos, and it looks like this attaches to the central umbilical in the centre with a proper airlock hatch in it.
A proper airlock hatch. When you say proper, has that got glass windows in it that I can see through?
Yeah, it's a split door down the middle, and there's 2 windows to look through, but you know in airlocks it'll be a double-sided thing, so you'll just be able to see into the airlock.
Sure. Well, I mean, Ryder wants to take a look through this time so she doesn't walk into another engineer.
Right. Well, do you want to... You've still got to get over the final silo, yeah?
Okay, yeah, I'll do that first.
Alright, you've out-accelerated the engineer completely, and you're now confronted with a airlock with a like a key entry pad.
It's code. I'm going to use my psychic link to Baff.
Right.
Yeah, it comes through. You hear Baff and V arguing over ping pong.
They're just playing pinball in the back.
Like
Colonel, I mean Baff.
Ryder, how are you doing?
Hi. I had a bit of a fiasco earlier with an engineer fella.
Oh god, did you push a bar?
No.
him?
Don't worry. No, he's not dead.
She killed some engineers.
He's not dead.
Why isn't he dead?
V, you can't speak. This is a psychic link between Baff and...
Yeah, she's just telling...
sorry.
She's literally just telling you to kill some engineers and not listen to what I say. I didn't kill anybody.
No. He's not dead. I don't think he had the wherewithal to even know I was there. I was a dream or something. But I got his screwdriver. Either way, there is a keypad in front of me. I need to get into it, but I don't know the code. Is there any way we can find that out? Can you get V to do a stealth hack?
Of course. Give me a second. She puts you on hold.
Okay. Psychic hold.
There's a music playing. She turns to me and goes, V, Ryder's stuck behind a keypad. She needs some...
Right.
Yeah, she needs some of your hacking ability.
Can we do that down Psychic Link?
Well, I mean...
No, not the Psychic Link.
You could do it and then just tell me the code.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd need to physically be there. I mean, I can physically be there, but it's going to take me... Well, I'll have to put some duct tape on the spacesuit and all that, but... I mean, if they're really stuck, I can head down there and see what I can do.
It'll take too long.
Australian accent.
I mean, the alternative is that I just wait for this engineer guy and watch him put in the code.
Is he that thick?
Could you not just, I mean, without any actual murder, just threaten him a little bit to do it?
I could, but I'm a small little otter, and he's... What species was he, Ty?
Human.
He's human. He could probably snap me in half if he wanted to.
Darling, we beat otters. We beat humans all the time.
I know, but
also you have a gigantic sword. Just
you're small. You're still like 4 foot.
Give me a little stab.
We're in a group. Do I have your permission to stab this man?
Just a
little
stab.
Bit,
yes. Yeah, a little stab. Just.
I mean, humans get better from that, right?
I think they do.
I'm sure I've seen a human get stabbed and get better from it.
Oh yeah, I see humans get stabbed all the time. Humans get stabbed a lot. It's pretty standard.
They'll be alright.
Oh yeah, no.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I
think I read somewhere you can just stab humans. It's fine.
I think you have to stab them in the middle bit, and that's all right.
No, that's bad. You have to stab them in the middle.
Sure?
It's definitely the leg. I remember reading that.
It's either don't stab them in the middle bit or do stab them in the middle bit. I can't remember.
I'm almost certain it's don't stab them. Oh, give me a second, Ryder.
I don't know.
So we're going to give him some small stabbing, and then get him to...
It's probably something important in the middle bit, I guess. Alright, stab them, but not in the middle bit. I guess go lower. Maybe the important stuff is the higher up you go.
Baphomet transmits an image of a really shittily, crudely drawn human, and a sword stabbing it in the leg, going just here, just fine.
This is like circles, just no, and then maybe, and then question mark, and then the bottom bit's
it's like
probably okay.
It's a picture of me giving a thumbs up and going stab here.
Don't worry, I've got a plan. Okay, Ryder is going to fly back towards where she saw the engineer and wait for him above the cargo hatch.
Okay, I'm guessing you're camouflaging again.
Oh, no. She's going to go into the airtight silo that he's heading to next and wait for him. Not in space, in air, so he can hear her.
Right. So you turn around and you walk quickly along the walkway to the next door. And you go to start the latch, and just before you get your paw on it, it starts rotating.
Alright, so she'll hop up above it and go stealth again.
Okay. Have a stealth roll, please.
Sure. Yep. 16 on the dice, plus 19.
I don't need to know. Okay, so you see him come out.
Don't ask me for stealth rolls, Ty.
No, it's not that, mate. You rolled a 1. And he comes out and you see him, he's tapping a button on the side of his thing, but he's jamming at it like it's not working. And he's walking and he's sort of looking somewhere else, just slowly walking up the thing with his mag boots going,
Okay, so don't stab the head, maybe the legs. Okay, so would Ryder know that seeing what he's doing there, that maybe his comms aren't working?
You'd think so. There's a very, very cheap civilian bulbous spacesuit, and the transmitter's usually on the ear.
Okay. In which case, she's going to follow him. Stealthily, but follow him.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll again. You roll the 1. He's doing other stuff.
Okay.
Literally, it takes a matter of moments to get up behind him, and he's reached the data pad.
She's going to watch him put the code in.
Alright, he taps in the code, and the code is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Brilliant. That's the same code as my luggage.
I get that reference.
Okay, in which case Ryder is going to skitter underneath the sort of machinery of the walkway and wait until he goes inside.
He's going in now. The airlock's open and he's stepping in.
Oh, well, in which case she'll step in with him.
Okay. And he steps in, and the airlock closes.
Just hiding behind him, sort of thing, given that he rolled a 1.
Yeah, it's that cartoon thing, isn't it, where he'll turn left and she steps right behind him.
Just leaning around, snaking around.
Oh god, it's like that bit in the Super Mario movie with the Goombas in the lift.
Oh god.
Yeah, he gets in, the door snaps shut, you manage to get your tail in just in time. And then it pressurizes to the whole... thing.
Okay.
And he raises his visor and he goes, oh, fucking hell. And then he takes off the helmet and the doors inside opens. And it opens into, you know, Aliens 2, where they're in the facility and it's got those like weird hexagonal corridors. They're really badly lit. It's like one of them.
Oh.
And he steps in, and I'm guessing you stay behind him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he steps in, and he
Following
takes a
in
left,
his footsteps.
and there's basically a rack of more of these spacesuits, and he starts taking off his spacesuit with the
Okay.
toolbox on the floor.
Okay, Ryder is going to scuttle away and hide somewhere.
Alright, can you make a stealth roll? There is a -5 modifier because you are in your spacesuit.
Yep, that's cool.
And now you're in an audio environment, so you're clumsier.
That's true. 19 on
Don't
the
worry.
dice, plus 19 stealth.
And that was 5. So, he's completely unaware. And you hear him muttering to himself like this, we've got to change out fucking the eggs or something. That was...
How is this guy employed?
When you spend several years on a cargo hauler, you don't suddenly expect a magical space otter to roll into the thing, steal one of your screwdrivers.
Also, you don't hire like fucking Mensa scientists to work on cargo haulers.
To be fair, you hire people like RJ who know what they're doing and are competent.
Well, I figure that people like RJ have people like this dude below them. He's like, go downstairs and check if things okay. Like, he doesn't have to be smart. He's just going to do his job. Like,
But
RJ is the
guy's-
foreman in this situation.
This guy is average stats. It's just I keep rolling ones.
Oh, well then he's just fucking dumb.
So he's just having a bad day.
Yeah.
He's having a real bad day.
He's just had a
As-
bad
anyway, as I
breakup
was
and he's
saying-
not feeling himself.
You can hear him muttering something about maybe the food's like gone off or something, and he's hallucinating. Or maybe he needs to check the oxygen scrubbers on his suit.
Yeah.
And in fact, you see, he gets if you keep an eye on him, he gets undressed fully. He puts the suit away properly, closes the hatch, and it's on. There's like a paper, you know, like you see in pub toilets where it's like this was cleaned by on this date.
Oh, yeah.
It's got one of those, and you see him take a pen out, and he basically writes his name on the thing, the date, and then the maintenance needed. Puts a big black X through the box.
Ryder's going to have to stop herself from chuckling a little bit.
All right. Well, you're on the tug now, and it's loud and it vibrates a lot, and it's not very pleasant.
Well, that's good. It'll cover any noises I make, if I make them.
Yeah. So where do you go? You got a corridor in front of you.
Okay, well, first things first, she's going to wait for this engineer guy to walk off, and then she's going to scuttle back to his toolbox and put the screwdriver she took back in it.
All right. Well, you see him pick up the toolbox and take it with him.
Ah, shit.
So sorry.
I was going to do a nice deed there. Oh well. Souvenir.
Yeah, I know. It would have been a perfect cover, but he's not just going to leave the toolbox in the middle of the floor.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Ryder's going to... I don't know, should she keep her spacesuit on or no? No, she'll go down the... what is it? There's a corridor on the left and one right in front of me.
You got a corridor in front of you with the engineers walking up to a pair of double doors.
Okay.
That's all you can see. The double doors are closed.
Okay, well, she'll stay in hiding and wait until he gets to the doors, goes through them, and then have a look what's on the other side of the doors.
All right, he goes up to the doors, and the doors open automatically, and they go... And he steps through. Beyond, you can see what looks like the galley from Alien.
The galley?
You know, where John Hurt has the chest burster burst out of him.
Oh, like the sort
Galley.
of... The crew room, okay.
Yeah, the lunchroom.
The rec
you know,
room, okay.
The rec room.
Well, Ryder's going to head up that corridor then.
Okay, and you get the doors closed behind him. Do you try and get through them before they close?
Yes, I will. Might as well.
All right, you slide through. I'm not going to make you make another stealth roll. You're frankly inhuman when it comes to stealth rolls, and there's nothing these guys could roll unless it's a nat 20 that it would even threaten that.
Well, yeah, I'm an otter. Of course I'm not human.
No, also your stealth is like plus 19, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, exactly. So let's roll a 20. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And then one guy sat there and he's eating what looks like noodles, and the other guy comes through and he puts the toolbox in a rack on the wall, and he turns around and the guy with a mouthful says, "Did you fix the transom on number 3?" And the guy goes, yeah, it's fixed. We'll do a check on it in a second again. Is this something up with the food? What? No, it's fine. Look, I'm eating. It tastes fine. Yeah, but I saw something. What? Yeah, it was a spacesuit, and it was probably about this high. And it came, and it waved, and it came in, and then it fumbled around in my toolbox, and then it fucked off. Are you feeling all right? I don't. He's got his head in his hands at this point. He's like, I don't know. How long have we
Space
been?
madness.
We've been on this one for 2 days. I'm 4 years into this tour. I don't need this happening right now. And the other guys were like, well, maybe it's brain parasites. Fuck you, is it brain parasites? We've got brain parasites in space. I don't know, maybe they stuck into the grain. We don't handle the grain. We just ship it. I don't know. Did you check the scrubbers on your suit? Maybe you're hallucinating. Maybe it's carbon monoxide poisoning. Yeah. Anyway, this conversation's just going to go on unless you do something.
Well,
does that count as them being distracted, by the way? Because then you can go immediately into stealth.
Yeah, definite.
If they are distracted, I will go full stealth again.
So you've got so you're in the galley. You've got the two guys who are having a deep and very serious conversation about brain parasites, and you've got a door that's open on your right, which is basically leads to a double back set of stairs. So stairs that go up halfway, do a 180, and then keep going up.
Okay.
And then you've got in front of you, you've got maintenance written above the door, which looks like a big industrial type door. Okay. And then to the right, you've got an identical set of stairs that go up.
Okay.
Sorry, that go down.
Ryder's going to sneak up the stairs.
All right, she makes her way up to the stairs. Make a perception roll.
Perception. 17 on the dice, plus 13. 30.
All right, you get to the stairs, and there's someone coming down them.
Ooh, don't go up the stairs. Hide under the stairs.
Can you roll a stealth check for me, please?
Sure. Did you just roll an unusually high stealth roll?
Roll a 19, and this guy's not a complete loser.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay, so 18 on dice plus 19.
Don't worry about it. He doesn't have plus 18 to
that sneak
spot.
with you.
Yeah. Never mind.
So you basically go predator stealth mode under the stairs, and he comes down. He's like, Mike, did you get that transom fixed on number 3? He's like, and you hear the guy that you've been following go, yes, it's done. It's fixed. I've patch welded it. It'll hold for the next, 2 tours. Oh, all right. And then they carry on having some banal conversation about ship stuff.
Okay.
The guy who passes you is a bit odd. If I say he looks Samoan, do you know what I mean?
No.
Okay, he's big, tanned, big muscles.
Think The Rock.
Yeah. Yes, perfect. The Rock.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, think Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
He's literally Maui.
Huh. Cool.
So, you proceed up the stairs.
Yes.
To the bridge.
Yes. Okay,
right.
This is bound to have a data point that I can put my USB in.
Oh, there's fucking loads of them. You get up onto the bridge, and again, it looks like the Nostromo. It's got all of the big seats and everything, and all the 1980s future tech CRT monitors.
Are there nice chairs in there?
There are.
Okay, Ryder's going to take a picture of the chair for Batflater.
With what?
Huh? A little spy camera.
Yeah, we must have like a little...
Neat.
Sure. Cool. She snaps off a couple of clips. Is she still in her spacesuit?
Yes.
Good. Because that would be evidence if you left it lying around.
Exactly.
So, you're on the bridge, and there's 2 people up there, and you can tell how alert they are because one of them's literally got his feet up on the console, and the other one has a sketch pad out.
Oh, it's fine. What's he drawing? Is it boobies?
Drawing
Vest. Or.
Yeah. If we roll a d20, if it's above 10, it's porn.
No, he's drawing a picture of Tiamat
There you go.
with his headphones on.
Ryder is so taking a picture of that.
Not Baphomet, Tiamat.
I know.
Yeah.
For later.
Long back.
Long back.
Long back.
Long back. Yep.
Okay, enough distractions. Ryder's going to find a non-conspicuous data port, plug a USB in, and she'll download as much data as possible.
You don't have any local information about the area, but a ship like this that regularly plows these lines probably would. So, you get in. I need a computer's roll, please. Ooh, okay. Go on.
Okay, 18 on the dice plus 11 for computers.
Fuck's sake! Right.
I've got very high rolls this time. These metal
it's more,
dice.
I also rolled an 18, and I was like, oh, something might happen. No. Okay, so there's the keypad input, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and it lets you in. And basically in there is, you can very quickly take a copy of the ship's nav systems, the ship's log, its manifesto, and all of the slightly under the table, not official knowledge of the local area. You discern from the nav input that you are in a system called El Ricci.
El Ricci?
El Ricci.
L-R-I-C-H-I. El Ricci.
El Ricci.
El Ricci.
Okay.
You're currently at the perimeter of the system, literally just passing through its equivalent of the Kuiper Belt.
Well, that's one of my questions asked. Now, I'm going to have a look for, where Arkham Beta lives.
Okay, make another computer's roll.
Sure. 14 on dice, plus 11.
This is taking some time,
Sure.
and things are happening, but you're basically in a quiet, darkened corner of the bridge, with the USB plugged into the thing and the wires connected into your little wrist data pad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Tapping away as best as you can, furtively looking over your shoulder every once in a while.
Sure.
You have to hide once when the big Samoan guy returns and plonks himself down in the captain's chair, which is the big... You can tell it's the captain's chair because it's the one on the highest sort of dais.
Well, he must be the captain, or he has a very overinflated opinion of himself.
Yeah, or he's officer of the watch.
Steal his hat. Steal his hat.
No, I'm not stealing his hat.
You can't find anything like where Arkham Beta might actually be in the ship's nav, because a freighter like this probably wouldn't go anywhere near where he is. But you start going through literally the captain's logs, and this guy likes to talk.
Okay.
And there's hours of speech-to-text records.
Okay, she's not going to waste time. She's going to download all of the captain's logs so she can go through them later at her leisure. She's got to do this quick. Next question. So that's on a data pad for examination later.
Yeah.
Right. Next question. Need to work out where the warhead is.
You keep looking through the logs, and there's no mention of a warhead. As far as you're concerned, it's probably not public knowledge.
Right. Okay, high security planets in this system, then.
In the system, or in the nebula?
In the nebula.
Okay, make another computer's roll, but take a -7 on it.
Ooh, okay. 17, plus 11, minus 7.
21. You are going through it, and you've managed to narrow it down to 2 high security systems that this ship has been advised not to enter.
Right.
Which are called Eunice and Thumia.
Eunice and Thumia, high security systems. Do not enter.
And then you've got that. You're looking a bit further, and then error.
Unplugged and leave.
Security protocol 519 error, and then you unplug it, and then the ship's lights flicker, and it drops into it's like a yellow alert. The yellow warning lights come on.
They've gone to DEFCON Amber.
Amber alert. That's it. Everyone starts sort of looking around. Like the guy with his feet up, like takes them off of the thing. The guy with the sketch pad quickly drops it into the thing, and all of the bridge crew are like, "Oh, what's that?" And the captain's like, "Are we being scanned?" And everybody starts basically running to their stations. Shit.
Ryder has unplugged at this point, right? And she's still hiding.
Yeah. You're still hidden. Nobody's noticed you. Nobody else has run up onto the bridge.
Okay.
And then you see one of them, he disables the audio warnings for the Amber Alert, but the lights are still on.
When you say on, are they like flashing? Is there like a moment of darkness between each
No,
flash?
you know like you see red running lights in a submarine when it's low power, or when it's doing stealth.
Yes.
It's like that, but it's amber.
Okay. Well, if Ryder is still in stealth, she's going to make her try and sneak back downstairs, but she's going to roll perception first to make sure no one's coming up those stairs.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Roll your perception.
It's time to get out of here. 13 plus 13. 26.
Alright, no one's looking at the back of the bridge, they're all looking at their consoles and the captain's like giving orders, and it's a clear run to the doorway, and it doesn't look like there's anyone in the stairwell.
Okay. Ryder's going to make a run downstairs then.
Alright. Sorry, I should always have mentioned as well, this part of the ship has gravity.
Okay.
Yeah, so you leap, but you basically make a leap across the open space, through the doorway, no one hears a word. You're in the stairwell.
Would we know that there's alarms going on? There's like some kind of sensor or something from the ship?
No, because you are completely powered down.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Unless you can physically see it through the windows, your ship is passive.
Okay, and there are no data pads like in the galley, right?
Now, you come down into the galley, and the two guys, Mike, the one you were fucking with, are basically, the food's been abandoned. They're over heading for the maintenance doorway with the toolbox and a couple of other packs that look like they've come out from the tool rack.
Oh, here's the thing. Is there any, I imagine this is a sort of poorly maintained civilian cargo ship. Are there any, panels on the wall with wires hanging out of them?
No, it's not that badly maintained. If they were doing maintenance when you bumped into the first one, they're looking after the ship.
Okay, well, I need something electrical that I can damage to make it look like the power's glitching and set the security off.
Well,
Didn't you take your gun with you? Just shoot a panel.
Well, no, because then that will make a sound of a gun firing.
Yeah, use a laser pistol.
RJ.
So yeah, sorry, I'm not here.
There's no broken wires. It's a well-maintained, just well-used ship. But to be honest, you got in and out of there without leaving any footprint apart from you triggered something.
Yeah. Well, I need to get out of here anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make my way back to the airlock from whence I came in as quietly as possible.
Right, well, nobody's going to stop you because we're all dealing with stuff at the front of the ship. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to do a massive time skip. After 3 hours, you make it back to the... from leaving, you make it back to the Leica.
Okay.
About 30 minutes before Ryder arrives, you feel the vessel changes course.
Oh.
Right.
So at that point, once we feel it shake, Bath is going to reach out telepathically to Ryder and just be like, Ryder, where are you? I think we're on the move.
Don't worry, I'm almost back. I've got all the data we need. Just hang in there.
Right.
V, I need you to get on the ship. As soon as Ryder's on board, we are going to get off this whatever we're attached to.
Alright. I mean, they still don't know we're here, so...
But if they're moving somewhere, we don't want to, where are we going? We just want to get the information that Ryder's got to find out where this guy is. We don't want to go with them the whole way.
Well, it depends how sneaky we can get away. If we can leave through their wake so they don't notice us, then...
Do you want the info, Bath?
Well, she can't get it telepathically.
Well, no, I can tell you.
Oh, well, you arrive outside the Leica,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm back on there now, right?
Yeah, you come back on, you shrug off that really, really claustrophobic spacesuit that you've been in for 3 hours.
Okay, Ryder's going to hand V a screwdriver and say, here you go, souvenir.
What?
You are handed an inferior human screwdriver.
This is tiny and strange. Where did you get this? Why have you... What?
I borrowed it.
From who?
Engineer fellow, very nice, bit slow. I waved to him.
You pushed buttons, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I waited for somebody else to push them for me.
Oh, did you stab him? Was it the leg?
No,
Was it okay?
I didn't stab anyone. No one is dead.
No, we said the legs. Humans get stabbed in the leg all the time. I saw it on TV.
I know. I got the telepathic diagram, and you're
right, yeah, you just stabbed him in the leg, right?
No, I didn't stab him anywhere.
She holds up. She was using V's drawing to show, look, V, though.
The leg, look. Yeah.
This was a stealth mission, but you are right. Humans don't have tails. I haven't seen one with a tail.
Told you.
That's why you stabbed him in the leg.
I told
How
you.
about you?
We spent an hour arguing whether humans have tails.
I thought some had tails. I'm sure I read it somewhere. Some had.
Anyway, got the data. She's going to hold up the data pad that she plugged into the system.
It's your wrist thing that you have.
Wrist thing. Okay, so we're in the El Ritchie system. As far as where Arkham Beta lives, I couldn't find out offhand, but the captain likes to record voice logs. It'll probably be a clue on there later for us to examine at our pleasure when we're
useful.
Out of the way. As for the warheads, dunno. But there are two systems. They're called Eunice and Thumia. They're high security, and this civilian ship has been advised not to enter them. Might be a good place to start looking.
Alright. Do we know what kind of security they're running? Do we can sneak past it, or...?
I don't know. Would you like me to spend another 3 hours and go back and ask him?
No, I've got enough screwdrivers now.
Okay.
Alright, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Okay, I really need a bath and some sake.
What happened on there?
It was tense, alright? I almost got caught, but I didn't.
Well, as long as you didn't get caught.
But no, technically you did get caught because you very brazenly waved at someone.
Well, yeah, but I bluffed my way out.
He's just taking, the small space otter at their word.
And Beth's going to make her a bath.
Thank you.
It's also far too hot.
It's probably.
Boiling water.
It's also not water, it's hydrogen peroxide.
No, she knows what a bath is, but like she's like put loads of bubbles and shit in there, but it's just way too hot. Her temperature is nowhere near NPR's level.
Oh, thank you, Beth. Oh, fuck!
Where is the bath?
What you've made there is otter soup.
Otter soup.
I guess we got like I guess a bathtub, sure. Like, we got
I imagine there's a communal washroom, isn't there? Everyone's got their own personal thing, but showers are like.
There's a Vesk-sized sink, which is basically a bath.
Yeah, that's the point. There'll be a sink in the kitchen. That doubles up as a bath for Ryder.
Yeah. Not in the kitchen.
Hey, Radar's
not here.
He
Can't stop us doing this.
You'll get your fur in the mashed potato.
The countertop is covered in like handles and shit.
Well, I'm sorry I hijacked the session a bit.
No, the whole point is we enjoy like what we do as a group, so it's cool to listen to. Plus, it wasn't like we couldn't talk.
Minimal metagaming.
Yeah. Okay, so we're in the El Ritchie system. Warhead is probably on Unisothermia. Archon Beta might be some description of him in the datapad. They're shipping grain, and the transom has been recently repaired on silo number 3. That's all I got.
Yeah. That's all it was. You got it all. Well done.
More than nothing.
Yeah,
I liked the bit about the transom.
That was a highly successful stealth mission. I'm
that went
pleased with how
well.
that went.
That was almost flawless.
Almost.
Yeah. It'd be boring if it was flawless.
I mean, you can stab anyone in the leg, so you know.
Well, no, that would have been a failed stealth mission.
Minus point for lack of stabbing.
Okay, so
nice.
I guess once we've relaxed and chilled, we should probably unhitch ourselves from this ship.
Is it? So we head for Eunice or Themia first?
Well, first things first, we're going to have to do some sort of stealth engineering piloting roll to see if we can detach without being spotted, right?
Yeah.
So
if we can detach without using our thrusters at all and they're accelerating, we can just drift away from them.
Yeah, well, they're probably not going to be looking behind them.
Final rolls then. Let's have a pilot roll.
Okay. This is where I get a critical 1. 15 plus 14. 26.
Okay, sorry, what did I say the system you were in was called again? I've lost it.
The El Ritchie system.
Yeah, the Lionel Richie system.
Yeah,
the Lionel Richie system.
Yeah. Which I don't care what you say is what I'm definitely sure you looked at like your music collection and went, yep, that'll do.
Yeah, totally Lionel Richie in there, yeah.
Isn't it dancing? Right. Isn't it dancing on the ceiling again? Didn't it come up last time?
Right, so you make your pilot roll. You undo the screws, you retract the landing gear, and the Leica gently drifts off and becomes a piece of the detritus that is the Kuiper Belt. You're on low power, so your passive listening things back up. I'm not going to make you roll it. But the final thing you hear is that Elgar 9 Heavy Transport to El Ritchie Control. We're having some power fluctuations and computer issues on board here. We're going to need a tug. And then you hear in the background, it's a little bit deep and a little bit ominous. And it says, El Ritchie System to Elgar 9 Heavy Transport. Be advised you will be boarded and inspected before you are repaired. All hail the Archon.
Oh my god, they always want to be hailed.
Yeah.
No hailing for you.
And that's the end of the roleplay for today.
All right. Nice. Thank you for listening to Cosmopunk. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Check us out at cosmopunk.net and follow us on Twitter at cosmopunks with an S. And if you enjoyed the show, please take a moment to rate us on iTunes or tell your friends. We're still new to this and your support really helps. Intro and outro theme Vectrex by Reformat. Check out their album The Singularity at reformat.bandcamp.com. Once again, thanks for listening and we'll be back with more Cosmopunk in 2 weeks.